Have you ever really stopped to think about how a simple stretch of pavement, just asphalt and lines, can become something more? Something like a living legend.
It's fascinating, isn't it, how it transcends just being a way to get somewhere.
Exactly. It becomes this profound symbol reflecting a whole nation's history, its dreams, its identity, even. There's just something about the open road, that promise of the horizon.
That classic American road trip feeling.
Yeah, it feels resonant more than just driving. So today we're doing a deep dive into that very idea. We're asking, how do physical things, like a road, get so deeply woven into our social patterns, our cultural norms, that yes, we don't even see their full significance anymore?
What are those hidden stories tucked away in everyday structures?
Precisely. And our focus today is Route 66, the Mother Road, probably America's most iconic highway, right? Officially born back in 1926.
Nearly a century ago, wow.
So, our mission here, using the sources we've looked at, is to unpack how this road, which started as just a practical route, somehow captured the American imagination. How it became this huge symbol of freedom, adventure, basically a cultural phenomenon.
And we want to pull out the really key insights into why it still matters culturally.
Right, and it feels especially relevant now, when you say.
I think so. In this super fast-paced world, there's this noticeable sort of yearning for slower journeys, more personal connection.
Like people are seeking authenticity.
Exactly. Authenticity, a link to history.
Hmm.
This whole current mood around travel and nostalgia, it really highlights why these historical symbols still have such power.
It is pretty remarkable, actually, how something that was officially decommissioned, back in 1985?
That's right, 85.
How it still holds this magnetic, even global appeal. It suggests a cultural footprint that goes way beyond just the physical road.
It's like the road itself became this accidental diary of the American century. An unintended memoir, maybe?
Ooh, I like that unintended memoir. That's exactly what we want to dig into. But to really get how this ribbon of asphalt grabbed the nation's soul, we can't just start with the good times, the golden age. We need to go back.
Back to the beginning. Practicality meets hardship.
Yeah. We need to understand its origins. So 1926, it's established as part of the bigger U.S. highway system. Its job: connect Chicago to Santa Monica. That's what, nearly 2,500 miles?
2,448 miles, yeah.
Yeah.
Straight across the heartland. And what's striking is how purely practical it was meant to be.
Just connect the dots.
Basically,
A direct?
all-weather road,
Yeah.
replacing this messy patchwork of old trails and dirt roads. So it starts as this engineering solution, but almost immediately it starts absorbing something else.
The human element.
Totally. The hopes, the fears, the sheer determination of people. It wasn't designed to be iconic. It just
Ah.
became one of the most powerful symbols of American culture, almost by accident.
And it really earned that Mother Road name during one of the toughest times, the Great Depression, the Dust Bowl in the 30s.
Oh, absolutely.
This road became a literal lifeline, an escape route for thousands upon thousands of families fleeing the Dust Bowl states, just packing up everything, heading west to California, hoping for anything better.
And that's where Steinbeck comes in, the Grapes of Wrath. He's the one who coined the Mother Road. That name just captured it perfectly, and it stuck.
It really did, and it highlights that paradox, doesn't it? How this one road could symbolize both incredible hope and utter desperation.
Exactly. The American dream running headlong into harsh reality.
Mm.
It was the road to maybe a better future, yeah, but for so many, it was paved with struggle, with loss. It held their dreams, but also all that dust and despair.
So, after those really tough, formative years, Route 66 shifts into what everyone thinks of as its golden age.
Right, post-World War II, the boom years.
Suddenly, America has economic prosperity like never before. People have cars, they have leisure time, and the family vacation becomes a thing. And where do they go?
They hit the road, and Route 66 was right there, the main artery.
And this is where that unique roadside culture really blossoms, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It wasn't just carrying cars, it was actively creating a culture. You get these iconic motels popping up, the ones with the amazing neon signs, maybe a swimming pool.
A real luxury back then.
Totally. And the classic diners, hamburgers, milkshakes, gas stations where the attendants actually came out, checked your oil, chatted with you.
And those quirky tourist traps like the Cadillac Ranch in Texas.
Yeah, with the cars buried nose down. Or the wigwam motels where you sleep in a concrete teepee. It was this whole ecosystem built around the car, around freedom, and it fostered this sense of shared experience, almost a community on wheels.
It wasn't just infrastructure, it was like a stage for this new American pastime.
Exactly, a stage for a new way of life.
And that experience, that shared memory being built, it just soaked into American popular culture. You mentioned Bobby Troupe's song, Get Your Kicks On, Route 66 from
A
46.
huge hit, covered by Nat King Cole, Chuck Berry, the Rolling Stones. It became a standard. It wasn't just a song, it was the spirit of the road set to music.
And it went way beyond music, too. Films, TV.
Right. It became this recurring character in American stories. Obviously, The Grapes of Wrath started it. But then you have things like Easy Rider, capturing that counterculture vibe.
Even Cars, the animated movie.
Yeah. Which brought the whole idea to a completely new generation. Plus, the TV show Route 66. Even episodes of things like The X-Files.
Yeah.
It just kept popping up.
All these references, they cemented its place, didn't they? Not just as history, but deep in the American psyche, like the road itself was a character.
Definitely.
Mm.
But even with all that cultural weight, it faced a massive challenge.
The interstate.
The interstate highway system, starting in the late 50s, really taking off in the 60s and 70s. These were designed for speed, efficiency.
Bypassing all the small towns.
Exactly. Bypassing the diners, the motels, the quirky attractions that were Route 66. Suddenly, the economic lifeblood of those communities just dried up.
It's a really stark example of how progress, technological advancement can unintentionally just dismantle these cultural patterns we take for granted.
It really is. Businesses closed. Towns shrunk. And then the official decommissioning in 1985, it felt like the end. Parts of it became like a ghost road scattered with abandoned buildings, a real symbol of a bygone era.
It really seemed like it might just fade away, but then something interesting happened.
Resilience. It never truly died.
Right. This grassroots preservation movement started bubbling up in the 80s and 90s.
Led by people who just cared. Historians, local folks, business owners, people who grew up at the road.
People who saw its value wasn't just practical, it was cultural, historical. They refused to let it just disappear.
And that's so compelling, isn't it? This idea that people can actively push back against the notion that once something's obsolete, its cultural meaning just evaporates. Groups like the National Historic Route 66 Federation formed.
They worked really hard advocating, promoting tourism.
Yeah, and states started designating sections as historic highways, protecting them. It's this amazing testament to collective memory, to deciding that a shared past is worth actively reclaiming.
And it worked. I mean, look at it today. Route 66 is having this major revival.
It really is. And it's not just Americans rediscovering it, it's become a global destination.
People come from all over the world, right? To drive these sections, stay in the restored motels, eat at the diners.
It taps into that nostalgia, that desire for something slower, more connected, maybe more authentic than the usual tourist trails.
It's like a living museum.
That's a great way to put it. A living museum of American roadside culture. From a cultural anthropology perspective, it's not just about fixing buildings, it's about recreating a feeling, an experience. People are stepping back in time, engaging with this piece of history that shaped so much of the American identity. It turns an old path back into a vibrant social space.
So when we step back and look at the whole picture, Route 66 is clearly so much more than just a road.
Oh, way more.
Its legacy is huge. It basically helped invent the modern American road trip. It shaped how we think about travel, adventure.
And it had a massive influence on roadside architecture, that whole aesthetic. You still see echoes of it today.
So how does that happen? How does a piece of infrastructure become so central to a nation's identity?
Well, it didn't just connect places, it connected people.
Right.
People from different regions, different backgrounds, all sharing this common experience on the road. It helped weave this sense of a shared national identity, built mile by mile. It moved ideas, created this collective memory.
And I think its deepest meaning, the most powerful symbol, is freedom, possibility.
Absolutely. That spirit of exploration, independence. The belief that just over the horizon, down that open road, there might be a better life, a fresh start.
And that still resonates, doesn't it? That core idea.
It really does. It taps into something fundamental, I think. That desire for mobility, for seeking new opportunities. It embodies a key part of the American spirit, this connection between movement and dreams. It's amazing how an abstract idea gets baked into something so concrete.
And it's not just an American thing anymore. Its appeal is global now.
Totally. It's become this worldwide symbol of American culture. Maybe even the American dream itself, for better or worse. For a lot of international visitors, driving Route 66 is seen as the way to find the real America.
Away from the big cities, maybe?
Yeah, something more grounded, maybe more nostalgic. It's become this cultural export, representing American values and history to the rest of the world. It's a powerful lesson in how infrastructure can become culture.
A symbol, an identity source.
Right. And it also speaks volumes about why preserving cultural heritage matters. Route 66 is a reminder of the value in slowing down, in more personal travel, which feels pretty relevant right now.
It definitely does. It's a contrast to how fragmented things can feel.
And fundamentally, it highlights the power of the road itself, not just to inspire dreams, but to actually create connections
Mm.
between people, between places, fostering this sense of a shared journey.
So yeah, understanding Route 66 really means understanding something core about American culture, our relationship with cars, the importance we place on freedom and mobility.
And how subtly, powerfully, infrastructure shapes who we are. The story of Route 66 isn't just about a highway. It's about how this simple road became this huge living symbol, that unintended memoir.
And studying something like this, it helps us uncover those hidden social dynamics, right? To challenge our assumptions about the everyday stuff around us.
Exactly. Things we dismiss as just functional often carry layers of cultural meaning we don't even consciously notice. It makes you ask, what does it really mean to know a place or a culture beyond just the surface?
Looking ahead, Route 66 definitely has challenges. Climate change impacts travel. There are economic pressures on those towns, new tech like EVs, autonomous cars. That can all change the experience.
True. But its cultural weight, its global draw, I think it suggests it's going to remain important, continue to evolve for a long time.
Which brings us to a final thought for you, our listener. We've talked about how profoundly this physical road shaped a nation's identity, its dreams. So think about this. What seemingly ordinary parts of your world, your environment, might be silently shaping your cultural reality, your aspirations right now, without you even realizing it?
What does it mean to truly know the places and the culture around you beyond what's just on the surface?